The United States is on track to help the EU give up the last remaining sliver of its sovereignty, both in economic and political terms. The United States has issued a stark ultimatum, yet another one, to the European Union. If Europe wants Washington to ramp up sanctions against Russia, then Europe must first cut off its own purchases of Russian oil and gas. Now, as the EU descends into economic chaos and decline, precisely because it has cut off any purchases of Russian energy, it now faces even darker economic prospects. The United States, of course, is the winner here. It sells more of its LNG to Europe at double or triple the cost of Russian gas, and it gradually gains even more influence over the EU policies. The United States Energy Secretary Chris Wright told the Financial Times that continued European reliance on Russian energy directly funds Russia. According to Wright, unless Europe acts decisively, the United States will not take further steps to increase pressure on Moscow. So you see how sanctions can be used against the EU too as leverage. It is quite incredible how flexible of a tool this is. And really, the EU is getting bullied into buying more expensive American energy as it commits an economic suicide, effectively. Wright's message is very clear. If the EU wants America to lean in harder against Russia, it must first draw a hard line itself. But what will the EU gain from it? It will gain full dependence on the United States. The United States says, well, there's no other way around it. We actually like that idea. And here's what Wright said. If the Europeans drew a line and said, we're not going to buy more Russian gas, we're not going to buy Russian oil, would that have a positive influence on the US leaning in more aggressively? Absolutely, says Wright.